In today's video, we have got another 3 stories that are brand new to this channel. I have put them into a compilation video for you guys to watch and for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you do enjoy this content of the true crime, the mystery, the dark, everything that's to do with missing and true crime, then make sure to like and subscribe, because I tell the story every single day on this channel and I never miss a day, yet. If you do enjoy this content though, like I said, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into today's video. Damien Nettles was a 16-year-old who disappeared on the 2nd of November 1996 on the Isle of Wight, located in the UK. He had been out celebrating bonfires night with friends. CCTV and witness sightings confirmed he had been in the town centre during the evening. He was just having a good time. At around midnight, he became separate from his friends. The last confirmed sighting of Damien was near York Avenue, close to the seafront, sometime after midnight. And during this bonfire night with his friends, he just left his friends and completely disappeared. After that, there were unconfirmed sightings of suggesting that he may have been seen walking alone, or he was walking alone somewhere. There was also reports that he might have approached people asking for help getting home. However, none of these accounts were ever proven. After this incident, a major police search began almost immediately. The Isle of Wight is geographically contained, which led investigators to initially believe he couldn't have gone far. The coastline, the countryside, and surrounding areas were extensively searched. No body, no clothing, or confirmed physical evidence was ever found of Damien that night, and of all the search at all. Over the years, several theories emerged of accidental fall into the sea, maybe assault or foul play, being hit by a vehicle and it was concealed, or voluntary disappearance. That was considered, though, very, very unlikely. In 2002, a large-scale review of the case was launched. More than 500 statements were taken. Police explored the possibility that Damien may have been assaulted and his body hidden locally, included buried on private land. Excavations were carried out in later years based on intelligence, but nothing was recovered. In 2020, Hampshire police announced they believed Damien was likely the victim of a criminal act and that his body may never be recovered because it was concealed or buried somewhere in the ground. Despite renewed appeals and new lines of inquiry, no charges have ever been brought, and no one has ever been found for this case. No one has ever been convicted for it. This has just been left open, and no one knows what happened to Damien on the night of bonfire night. Ray Gricar was the district attorney of Centre County, Pennsylvania. On the 15th of April 2005, he left his home and drove off alone. He did not tell anyone where he was going, which was very unusual but not immediately alarming. And the same day, he failed to return home. His girlfriend reported him missing the following day. A few days later, his car, a red Mini Cooper, was found parked in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, about 50 miles from his home. There were no signs of a struggle inside the vehicle, and there was no sign of anything wrong. Shortly afterwards, some of his belongings were discovered near the Susquehanna River. His laptop was later found in the river. When investigators recovered the hard drive, it was missing. The hard drive had been removed and never located. Ray Gricar had previously overseen the early investigation into allegations against former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky in the late 1990s. When Sandusky was later charged years after Gricar's disappearance, speculation grew about a possible connection. However, no evidence has ever directly linked the two events together. The FBI assisted in this case too. Searches of the river took place, and in 2011, fragments of what were believed to be Gricar's hard drive were recovered from the water. The damage made it impossible to determine what data had been on it. There has never been definitive proof of homicide. Authorities had said it was suicide was possible, but no body has ever been found. Ray Gricar was declared legally dead in 2011. His disappearance remains unexplained. What do you think it could have been? Could it have been connected to the coach he had locked up years and years ago? Ben McDaniel was a 30-year-old experienced diver who disappeared on August 18, 2010 at Vortex Spring in Florida. a well-known freshwater diving site. Vortex Spring includes an underwater cave system. Cave diving is considered highly dangerous, and access to certain restricted areas requires certification. Ben was seen entering the water alone with scuba gear. He was reportedly diving in an area beyond his certification level. Employees at the dive site stated they saw him enter the water but not see him exit. When he failed to return to the surface, search efforts began very quickly. Professional cave divers searched the underwater cave system extensively. The search was dangerous and technically complex due to the narrow passages and limited pathways and limited visibility. Despite multiple deep searches, no body was found inside the accessible portions of the cave system. But several theories developed. He became trapped in an undiscovered section of the cave maybe. He died in a passage too dangerous or too tight for search teams to access. He exited the water unnoticed and left voluntarily, considered unlikely by many though, or there was foul play involved. Some divers suggested it would be extremely difficult for a body to remain hidden in the areas that were searched. Others argue parts of the cave remained too dangerous to fully explore, so they couldn't have fully explored every single bit of the cave. But the thing is, his equipment tanks were recovered, but his body was never located or recovered at all. And Ben McDaniel was declared legally dead in 2013 due to a scuba diving incident. If you did like these 3 short stories that we had today of people who had totally disappeared without any notice or any way how they could have disappeared at all, then make sure to like and subscribe this channel. We do videos here every single day, so if you do enjoy this content, then make sure to stick with us and subscribe, and make sure you comment a case on the bottom so I know which ones I shall do next. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.